Any advice on a Blanca player struggling on Diamond? I don't know how to answer a question like that. How do I give advice with no information besides the character you play? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but I never know what to say when people say that to me, stuff like that, questions like that in chat. Hi, I'm Diamond rank, how do I improve? I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna teach you how to improve. I've got an idea. I've just had an idea. I'm not gonna teach you how to improve. I'm gonna teach you how to teach yourself how to improve. Give me your CFN. This wasn't something that I was planning to do. Unprepared content time. But I was thinking about this a little bit yesterday because people kept coming into Brian F's stream and saying stuff like, hi, how do I get master rank? I'm Diamond. With no other detail besides that. I'm gonna help you help yourself here. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go and watch your own replays. Yeah, let's have a look in your match history. Have we got any? All right, there we go. We got some blank here. So this is what you're gonna do. Like I said, I think what I'm gonna do here is I want to teach players how to teach themselves to improve, not teach you how to improve. Because at the end of the day, the only person who can make you better is you. And asking for advice is a good start, but asking generic questions like, how do I get higher ranks, doesn't help me. This is free Metafy sessions. So I'm going to add a couple replays here at random. And I also want to make sure that I've got ones where you lose as well, because losses are usually most instructive. All right, step 1, get the replays complete. Step 2, you are going to open a document. And it can be like a notepad file or anything, or a piece of paper, whatever you want to do. All right, can you guys see that little notepad file I've got? All right, that's step 2. We have our notepad at the ready. What we're going to do here, what you're going to do when you want to figure out how to get better at Street Fighter is you are going to watch your replays and you are going to make a note of every single time you got hit and what the context that led up to you getting hit was. This is the only way you're going to find weaknesses in your game plan. You need to find out how you're getting opened up and why you're getting opened up. Alright, so very first thing off the bat, I'm just going to write down YOLO EX Blanca Ball. Got you hit. Up round start. Walking into fireballs. That got you hit. And the important thing is we got to figure out how often these things are happening, because in isolation, none of these are like necessarily like, you know, player faults. But the thing is, if you make a note of everything, you'll notice trends, and you might notice that some things are happening more than others. Nice anti-air. That was good. Okay. Wake up. Reversal from opponent. This will make sense as we get more into this. I mean, it's not exactly an interesting process, just writing down all the ways that you get hit. Oh, you see that? The same thing happened again. Hit out of string into hop. That's a twice for that one. You notice some of them we're starting to see repeats of now. That's where this starts to get useful. Okay. You didn't get hit, but I will point out that the very first thing we had on the list was YOLO EX Blanca Ball at round start. I won't add _2. Because it didn't get you hit, but worth mentioning that you've done that twice in a row and it's not worked on either round. So the very first match, you did YOLO EX Blanca Ball at round start, and you got punished for it. Second match, it whiffed and you lost 2 bars of drive gauge. Hell, I will put ×2 for that, because even though it whiffed, you're effectively making a mistake because you've lost drive gauge. So here's the thing, you can see at a certain point you've pretty much given up trying to play any kind of a game plan here. So you're doing what I would describe as a game plan that relies on your opponent making mistakes and not you doing anything right. So what you're doing is you're just throwing out Blanca Ball over and over and over and over and over again, because at low level, no one will ever punish you for doing that. You can just do Blanca Ball, Blanca Ball, Blanca Ball, Blanca Ball, Blanca Ball, and up to a certain point, that will get you wins, because no one knows how to deal with it. But the second that you come up against opponents that start to move around your Blanca Ball, either punish it or just avoid it, you've run out of ideas. But like, I mean, if we look at our list here, like there's already a bunch of things that are very clear to me based on how often these things are happening. Like you can see you got hit out of a string of hop or blankable 4 times. That's an obvious thing to work on. Your opponent is anti-airing you a lot, so maybe you're jumping too much. So maybe you want to consider jumping less and approaching on the ground more. Mistime meaties. You kept getting knockdowns, and then the opponent just woke up mashing, and you didn't punish it. I won't even try to defend myself. I did ask for advice. I don't think I'm having a go at you. I think, like, you've got to understand that everyone makes mistakes. Pointing out those mistakes is how we improve. I make mistakes. This is another side of replay analysis that's so important. You have to be able to critically analyze your own gameplay as if you're watching a complete stranger. Like, that is the key to this. Let me watch one of my own replays so to give you an idea of how critical I'll be about my own play. Let's just finish this with one more thing. I'm gonna watch one of my own replays and critically analyze it as if I'm watching a complete stranger. And I'm gonna make sure it's one where I lose as well. Alright, I lost a muscle noob here. Alright, so I'm imagining I'm watching a completely foreign Aki player. I have no information on this player. Let me see what they're doing. Alright, I got jumped in on, so that was a bad fireball. Took the throw. That is such a bad throw tech. This is one of my own worst habits. I know about this. I know my own weaknesses as a player. Delay teching in that situation is so stupid. The risk reward is so skewed in Ken's favor. That's a complete misplay. I get lucky with the perfect parry back throw. That was not a good decision either. So going for forward heavy kick here, at this range, that's fine, the first one. The second one, I'm way too far away here. Like, unless Ken just sits and holds down back, if he walks back at all, even without the backdash, this would have still whiffed. So that second forward heavy kick was stupid. Level 1, yeah. So the 2 key errors in that round was a horrendous delay tech from me, and a really poorly spaced forward heavy kick. I want you to think about yourself. What are you good at? What do you suck at? And I want you to write it down so that you can see it, not anyone else. That is like the perfect explanation for why you should be studying your own replays. There you go. I've given you the tools to improve, but you've got to do the legwork.